So this is a upcoming video notification. Basically it's on the ongoing problems we're having with Smith & Wesson, and in this case in particular the Smith & Wesson 9+ Shield series, and in particular a pretty bad magazine problem we're having. There will be some other stuff about the other Smith & Wessons when we get into the actual video. Again, this being YouTube, this is just a notification, as YouTube will not let us show disassembly of any parts, including the magazine. And in particular, what the problems are as far as the magazines. This is a 15-round magazine that they had sent out to me. The problem is none of the magazines can be fully loaded. Started when I purchased the pistol. Came with the 10-round and 13-round mag. The 10-round, I could only get 9 in, but the 9 was so tight that I couldn't load it into the pistol. Well, I take that back. The 10-round, I could get 9 in with some very, very, very heavy pressure. I could get the 9 in. It could be forced into the pistol far enough to get the magazine catch to latch with the slide down. The 13-round magazine, I could manage to get 12 in, but it was still too tight. There was not enough downward follow on the top round to able to load it into the pistol with the slide down, slide closed. I could fit 12 in it and load it with the slide open, but it would not load with 12 in the magazine with the slide closed. Got another 10-round and another 13-round mag. They said, well, we're going to send you a new magazine spring for the 13-rounder and try a new magazine spring, see if that's the problem. Well, I'd already cut the magazine spring for the 13-rounder. Well, what had happened is the magazine spring that they had sent me with the 10 and the 13-round replacement magazine was for a 15-round. So that didn't do a bit of good at all. So sent those back. While we're waiting on the other 10 and 13 replacement mags, she said those aren't in stock, but she says I do have a 15-round magazine here that I will go ahead and send you, so you don't have to wait for us to get those others back in, since you're having such a problem with the pistol, and at least that'll give you something to use. Well, I don't even like a 15 in this thing. Definitely not pocket worthy. But I now have, and this after some extensive work, I am now able to load the 15-round magazine with the slide closed with only 13 rounds in it. That's what we're going to get into in the full video, where we're actually disassembling the magazines, which again, this is just a notification for the new video that will be going up on. First off, it's going to go to the Patreon. I did reopen the Patreon, and therefore we'll be putting it on the Patreon for a week for the Patreon supporters before we put it on Rumble, and then it will be going to Rumble after that. I will link the Patreon and the Rumble account in the description. Hopefully that won't screw me up. You know how YouTube is on this stuff. But anyway, YouTube does not allow disassembly of any parts, including the magazine. And what I'll be doing is I'll be fully disassembling, and also purchased a couple extra magazines. So what I'll be doing is full disassembly of all 6 magazines I currently have. All 6 magazines have the exact same problem. Cannot be fully loaded. I have 2 10-round magazines out of the 6 that I have. That basically I have 3 10s, 2 13s, and a 15. 2 of the 10s I can load with 10 rounds, but they can't be loaded into the gun. They have to be loaded into the gun with the slide closed with only 9 rounds in them. But I do have 2 10s that I can load with 9 rounds. Again, the 15 round, after extensive work, I can load 13 rounds in the 15 round mag. So basically what we're going to be doing is dissecting all these magazines to show what the actual problem is. And I have contacted Smith again on this. And once I get the videos uploaded, I have agreed to send them the actual video. The lady at the front desk that I generally talk to at Smith, she has tried to help to the best of her knowledge. I have talked to a couple of techs there. So I agreed to, since they are trying to help and it's basically a technical issue, that I will send them the video of the dissection and what the actual problems with the magazines are. I don't know if other people are having these problems with the magazines. I haven't seen anything on YouTube or any of the gun channels or anything about this problem with the magazines. I don't know if it's a, random thing, if it's a general thing, or if I'm just really crappy lucky. However, one of the 10-round magazines, for example, I was told when it was sent out to me it was a new magazine. The magazine had been painted, and she's like, well, we don't paint our magazines. I said, ma'am, I'm painter by trade also, and this has been painted because there's bubbles in the paint. It looks like it'd been spray painted and the spray paint bubbled, but there's actually bubbles in the magazine. So I will be addressing that in the full video. Again, I will put the links in the description to this one for the Patreon, where it will be up for the first week for the Patreon supporters to get it early. And then I will be putting it on the Rumble. Unfortunately, as you know, it's a no-no on YouTube, so I would love to be able to put this on YouTube, but again, they will not allow it. So therefore, that's why it's going to Patreon, and then why it's going to Rumble. So that's our issue with it right now, and that's where we're at. And as soon as those are up, leave me some comments. Let me know if you're having any of the same problems, if this is a general problem, or if this is just a one-off or a fluke. But out of the 6 magazines I have, you would think one of them would work correctly. I mean, I can't be that unlucky, can I? So leave a comment down below. Share this. Again, my YouTube channel is completely restricted. I found out it's not even searchable. So, please subscribe to it. Maybe that will help. The general YouTube algorithm stuff that everybody keeps talking about. But yes, my channel pretty much isn't even searchable, let alone do they, put this anywhere in the search criteria when you bring up Smith & Wesson or 9+ Shield, or in the case of the 460, which I do have the other full video coming out on the 460 since I've been dealing with the factory on it. We'll have all those. But again, this is just a notice for the upcoming videos on the Patreon and on the Rumble, and we'll go from there.